Well, finally, my dreams have come true. I've got a chance to drive a fire engine, you might be thinking. Well, it's not exactly true. I'm kind of cosplaying a little bit of fire chief today in a car, and I'm getting into character completely and fully here, but in a car that's not really designed to be for consumers. This is not the vehicle with all its yellow tape and stickers and bits and pieces that you're buying to take the family to sports or to go on that great Australian adventure. This is a working truck. I've got a hard hat. I'm now part of the working community. This is the Mazda BT-50 with a 2.2 litre diesel that is really designed to be a car for ABN holders only, right? If you're buying for your fleet or your company, it'll cost you less and it'll save you on fuel. Is that enough to make it appealing? Let's take a closer look.
The 2025 Mazda BT-50 XS 2.2 litre 4x4 dual cab ute is priced from $54,720 before options and on-road costs. Our car has red earth metallic paint at $695 and $13,422 worth of accessories like the canopy, drawers and lower bull bar. You can add your own stickers. This is the first time the BT-50 has been offered with the smaller engine as a 4x4, with the outgoing 1.9 litre unit exclusive to rear drive models. The updated car is about $1,000 more expensive than models with the older engine, but in the 4x4 dual cab like we have here, comes in $2,500 less than the entry-grade 3 litre XT twin cab. The 2.2 litre 4-cylinder engine offers 120 kilowatts and 400 newton metre output, 10 kilowatts and 40 newton metres over the old 1.9, and has a combined cycle fuel consumption rating of 6.6 litres per 100 kilometres. And that's compared to 8 litres per 100 kilometres in 3 litre models. To help with efficiency, the new engine is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission, and in the 4x4 models like ours, is offered with a low-range gear set and rear differential lock as standard.
Well, the heart of the beast is a 2.2 litre turbo diesel 4-cylinder. Now, this is the same engine as the old 1.9, but it's been bored and stroked to give it that extra capacity. You've got a bit more power, you've got a bit more torque, but you've got a bit more efficiency as well, aided mostly by changing it from a 6-speed to an 8-speed. Now, the 2.2 is only available in the XS, the entry-level grade BT-50, so this is why it's not really geared for consumers. And also, I just want to call out, if you're going to make fun of how I wear a hard hat, I don't need to wear a hard hat very often, especially when I'm typing stuff, so, you know, give me a break. Now, the main thing to show you about this car and its lovely shade of metallic tomato sauce is some of the accessories that you can get from Mazda, meaning that you can get the 2.2, which only comes in the entry-grade XS car, to basically equip it the way that you need it for your business straight out of the Mazda showroom. So things like this half bull bar here are part of the accessory catalogue. There are wheels, tyres, other bits and pieces. But if you come down the back, we've got an integrated canopy on this car, which has got its own drawer stack system, ready to go out and do whatever it is you need to do. And it's here that we really need to talk about it. This is leaning into the utility of the utility. We're not going to talk to you about maximum payloads and how much it can tow. The 2.2 is here to work as a flexible platform. So this car, whether you want to go out and cosplay fighting fires or do whatever it is that you need to do with your business, could be enough because it will cost you less to buy. And it's more efficient than the 3 litre, it's more efficient even than the 1.9. That every dollar saving is probably going to be enough to make this car at least appealing for the business spreadsheet. Anyway, let's keep this thing going. I'll take my hat off. Let's go try and find some fires. Now we're just going to lean in a little bit to the fire chief role play here and go on a patrol of this area in sort of, you know, inner regional Victoria. I got to make sure there's no spot fires and other bits and pieces that I would do in my fire engine or fire truck or fire chief vehicle or whatever it is. But that as a concept for how the BT-50 with the 2.2 litre engine works is actually really accurate. And when I'm talking to you all for this video, and I'm sure you're not just strapping in on a Sunday evening going, let's hear what James has to say about a 2.2 litre Mazda BT-50, pretty much if you don't have an ABN, you can tune out now, because this car is not designed to be the consumer purchase vehicle. If you are thinking, love my Mazdas, going to trade in the CX-5, go get a BT, strap on a Jayco and go around the country, you are going to be buying a 3 litre version of this. You're probably going to be buying a high spec car. The fact that the 2.2 is only available in the XS basic trim level means that this is geared as a working vehicle. And the way I think the best way to describe it is, finally, this is a ute that is leaning into utility. This is a hard-working vehicle. It is capable, it can go anywhere, it can tour long distances, it has plenty of space, but it also has the efficiency to go and do those big miles. I'm not going to be strapping a heavy trailer to this. I'm not going to be carrying tons of dirt with this. This has got the canopy on the back, as you saw. It's got the integrated drawers. This is a utility vehicle that, in my role play as town fire chief, will allow me to go out and do what I need to do. This can traverse a fire trail without having to upgrade its tyres to all-terrains. This can get to reasonable remote locations to help service and support what's going on out there, whether it's in scrub clearing or fire management. This is a utility vehicle, and for fleet buyers who are looking to save just that little bit of extra money, because the more miles you do, the more money you save. And I suppose that's the way to think about it. If you're looking to strip some cost out of your business, then the 2.2 can start to make sense. So the number that you really need to think about here is the $2,500 saving, because that's really what you're chopping off the price. This is a basic car. It's not bare bones, but it is basic. You've got a pretty ordinary screen, but it works fine. You've got air conditioning. It's not climate control, but it works fine. You've got hard touch plastics and bits and pieces. Again, it works fine. This car's going to be working. But there's a couple of things that I will call out on that. There are only 2 cup holders. Now, granted, one is a square cup holder. So if you like, in your ABN Holding Fire Chief roleplay, you like to come in with a 600ml Farmers Union iced coffee or a chocolate Big M, there's actually somewhere where you can store it here in the car. But frankly, I feel that 2 cup holders is probably not enough for a working vehicle like this. It's just something to call out. Storage cubby in the center of the dash, it's okay. There's a tray down there. You've got USB ports that are nice and easy to access. You've got door bins. They're not overly huge. You can fit a drink bottle in there, but it's not great. You don't get the dash top cubby like you do in a D-Max. So it's not as operationally, I guess, attuned as it really should be as a working vehicle. But if you can get past that, the BT-50 does okay. Now, it's worth pointing out that you get extra storage under the rear seats as well. Now, obviously, you've got your jack and other tools and bits and pieces in there, but there is a covered storage under the driver's side rear bench point. Again, if you want some bits and pieces or contraband or whatever it is, you keep your stash of jelly snakes in there, that will come in handy for you as well. But in all, we're not here to kind of really lean into the excitement of the car. Yes, there are 2 glove boxes. Yes, there's reasonable room. Yes, it's comfy enough. Yes, it is quiet enough. But this new 2.2 is also paired with a new 8-speed automatic transmission. So what you find, the car just gears up. You'll move into a high gear as quickly as it possibly can so that you can run as efficiently as you possibly can. And we've seen that's the approach that Ford took with the 2-litre bi-turbo Ranger with its 10-speed. So this car, it had a 6-speed auto. It's now an 8-speed. It's still a 6-speed in the 3-litre. But what you're getting is just I suppose, a marginal extra saving. Now, Mazda claim it's 0.1 of a litre every 100 kilometres. So that's 100 mils every 100 kilometres of fuel that you are saving compared to the 1.9. It's definitely more efficient than the 3-litre, mark my words there. You've got less CO2 emissions than the other car as well. So again, as we move into this highly judged and highly regulated emissions landscape through the NVES that we're looking at, choosing the 2.2 for your business might be the sensible way to do, because I dare say there's going to be a point where the NVES is reviewed. There's going to be some changes, and they'll probably impose penalties on businesses who are using less efficient or more polluting vehicles. So the choice to choose the 2.2 over the 3-litre, it makes a lot of sense. It's not a rocket ship. Let's call that out. I'm doing 90. Watch this. This is 90 to 100. And we get there. So it's hardly pinning me in my seat. I'm hardly feeling my eyeballs being pushed into the back of my head, but it will tour along quite nicely. Again, we've slipped into 8th gear here. We're sitting at an average of 7.3 litres per 100, which has been part of our about 150k drive loop so far. Do you know what? It is just fine. Now, of course, if you do need to take it off-road, the BT-50, especially with this engine, may not be the most hardcore off-roader in the world, but you've got low range, you've got a rear diff lock. It's going to be a very capable car. It can probably get to more places than you would ever really, consider. Especially when you're looking for fires, that it's really boring being a fire chief without any fires, I will tell you that, but that's good, right? I'm keeping society safe in my high-vis and my tomato sauce coloured truck. Really could have done with some flashing lights on it though. That's what I would have preferred. As we come back into town, settling down, the BT, look, it's fine. It's comfortable. It's managing these country roads quite well. Obviously, we've got the canopy and the drawers in the back, so there's a little bit of weight back there. This one's got a push bar as well, so the vehicle doesn't feel overloaded. But again, this is what we're not buying it for its maximum payload. We're not buying it for its maximum tow and its gross combination mass. We'd be looking at a 3-litre for that. For this car to work in a working environment where it needs to be rugged, it needs to be capable, it needs to be flexible, and if you're paying the fuel bills for your business, something that's, well, cheaper to buy and just that little bit more efficient, it starts to make a lot more sense on that great big Excel spreadsheet of life. Well, there we go. My first day cosplaying fighting fires, and well, I didn't actually see anything. So that gives me a 100% strike rate as being the best fire chief out there. 1 day, 0 fires. That's a good score. As to the BT-50, look, it's not the most exciting car out there. It's not the one that you want to do that great big family journey around Australia. It's not even probably the one you want to have as that half work, half play vehicle in the garage. If you are an ABN holder and you are shopping for your business and you're looking to save money not only on the asset purchase, but those operating costs, and you don't need to be towing and carrying big heavy loads, if the utility of the utility is your focus, then the 2.2 litre engine actually starts to make a lot more sense. Now, of course, if there's anything more that you want to know about the new 2.2 litre Mazda BT-50, anything else in the Mazda BT-50 range, even its brother from another mother, the Isuzu D-Max, head on over to Drive.com.au. Of course, if you're in the market for a car, you could always check out Drive Marketplace, where we have thousands of new, used and demonstrator cars available to buy right now. And of course, any questions, hit us up in the comments below. Come on over to Drive.com.au, hit the bell icon, hit subscribe, you know what to do. And in the meantime, you know what? It hasn't been as exciting as I thought it would be. I might go back to typing stuff. Probably a bit better at that. No more high vis for me.